Tables now runs on iPads and iPhones, as well as the website. It also supports all the major web browsers now, like Chrome, Firefox, and Safari, and also works on LAUSD's firewalled Wi-Fi. Please give Tables a try. One thing Tables really helps with, we've noticed, is asynchronous time. Asynchronous time is that time where your good students race ahead and do all their work, and your not so good students disappear, never to be seen again. With Tables, you can keep them on task, participating, and engaged. Here's how. One thing you can do is proctoring. Let's say you're giving them an assessment, and you want to make sure they're doing all their work without any sort of parental help. Just go ahead and click your waffle button, and you can see all of your students doing their work. And if you don't see them, just go ahead and ask them to start their video, and in a minute they're going to pop up. This way you can be keeping an eye on them, and just make sure that everything's running okay. Don't worry, they won't be able to see you because they're all in the waiting room, and they won't be able to see each other. They'll only be able to see themselves, and they're just going to be working. Another thing you can be doing is answering questions that students have. Let's say your students are working on something independently, and they have a question. They can go ahead and raise their hand, and now you can call on them. When you call on them, they can say something. Hello? Did you have a question, Albert?
Hi. Are we supposed to do the even problems or odd problems?
We're doing the odd numbered problems today. Okay? And after you go ahead and answer their question, you can easily move them back in the waiting room. So you can go and do like these one-on-one discussions. It's very useful. Another thing you can do with Tables during asynchronous time is have students work in pairs or groups. So you can set up some tables. And now you can go ahead and put your students together. So this is just like a regular classroom where, normally during the day, you're not lecturing all day. They're actually at tables working with each other. And this makes things more fun. They can be talking to their friends, and they can be getting their work done at the same time. Now, of course, you want to make sure they're talking about things that are relevant, so you can also listen in on them. And just make sure that they're saying things that are relevant to the task at hand. And you can listen in on these tables, and so on and so forth. The last thing you can do, besides group work, is you can also be doing small group instruction. So this is useful for that tiered support that happens after lunch. You can place yourself on a table and go and work exclusively with that table. So I can put myself at table 1. Hello.
Hi. We're doing well. We're almost done.
Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and give small group instruction to table 2. And so I can go ahead and plop myself over at table 2. Great. Work with them for a bit. Put myself at table 3. Work with them for a bit. And this is way better than breakout rooms because you can actually be keeping track of everyone at the same time while only speaking to students at one table. Keep in mind, your students will only be able to see their table mates and anyone who's at the front of the class. So this is really useful for those slow devices with slow internet connections that easily get overwhelmed with all the different video squares in the room. They're only seeing people at their table and you when you're up there lecturing. So I'm going to bring myself back up, and that's about it. Hope you guys find Tables useful for all purposes, including asynchronous time.